Welcome everybody. I'd like to start off by making everyone aware that today's session is being recorded. Event recordings will be made available on the post-summit event webpage, which will be shared with all registered attendees once live. Unfortunately, we are unable to offer live interpretation for today's event. However, we are working to see if we can get these recordings translated and made available on the post-summit event webpage in the coming weeks, thanks to Cornell University's Translator Interpreter Program. You can check the summit website for updates, and I will give the Spanish language participants a moment to read this now. All right, welcome and thank you for joining us today for day 4 of our 5th annual New York Seafood Summit and the first ever virtual summit. While we are disappointed that we do not get to interact with you in person today, we are excited to be able to expand our summit activities and enhance accessibility by offering it through this virtual platform. My name is Mike Saramella. I'm the Seafood Safety and Technology Specialist with New York Sea Grant and will be your host for this week's summit activities. For those of you not familiar with New York Sea Grant is one of 34 university-based programs under NOAA's National Sea Grant College Program. New York Sea Grant is a cooperative program between NOAA, Cornell University, and the SUNY system. For nearly 50 years, New York Sea Grant has worked to support novel research of use to coastal communities and economies and has provided technical support through multidisciplinary extension and education programming. You can check the chat box now for a link to New York Sea Grant's website to learn more about who we are and what we do. For those of you who are not familiar with the New York Seafood Summit, it was initiated in 2016 as a means of engaging and facilitating discussions among seafood stakeholders in New York. This includes those involved in seafood production, processing, sales, preparation, and those simply interested in eating more New York seafood. While the summit traditionally has consisted of an in-person 2 to 3 hour session in Manhattan, this year's summit activities were spread out throughout the week with 1 hour sessions Tuesday through Thursday and a 2 hour session tomorrow at 3 p.m. to wrap up the week. Check out the chat box now for a link to the summit website with additional details on each event and how you can register. This week's events would not be possible without the continued support of our Seafood Summit partners and planning team. I'd like to give them the opportunity to introduce themselves and their organizations now. We will start with Dr. Stephen Fertini of the Center for Aquatic Animal Research and Management, who worked with New York Sea Grant in 2016 to initiate the New York Seafood Summit and has been actively involved in the planning and execution of the event ever since. Steve, are you with us? You know, he might have been running late. All right, so he unfortunately is not with us in person just yet. So we'll jump on to our next. I'll pass the screen now to Linda Laviolette with the Department of Agriculture and Markets, who has been an important member of the summit planning team since 2017 and crucial to its success in finding host partners.
Thank you very much, Mike. It's been a pleasure working with Sea Grant and our other co-hosts. They're great, represent great organizations. I'm a special assistant at the New York Department of Agriculture and Markets. I work with farmers and fishermen and help them with economic development, trying to get them a greater part of market share and also to expand healthy food to low-income communities. I grew up fishing in the Great South Bay, so I'm a Long Island Bay girl, and I love all things fish on Long Island. Historically, fish were plentiful and easy for fishermen to get their products to market. We've seen the whole industry shift over the last 50 years. And we're hoping that some of there'll be some positive impact from having these seafood summit. With that, I'd like to welcome you to our summit, and I hope you enjoy it. And remember to eat local fish. Thank you.
Thanks, Linda. Next, I'll pass the screen to Claire Harton with Green Rabbits, who joined the planning team in 2017 and hosted our second Seafood Summit at the School of Visual Arts in New York City.
Hi, thank you, Michael. As somebody coming from the interdisciplinary research area for food systems planning, Really excited about this being our 5th annual Seafood Summit and us getting so specific into issues like Warren will talk about today as a fishmonger. It's our hope that we can really connect the dots and introduce a lot of the issues and knowledge sharing across specialists in the whole seafood industry. And as Linda just put it, get more fish to local fish into local eaters' plates, and especially low-income communities. So I think we're off to a good start for our first online summit after usually meeting in person. It's been pretty exciting this week. Thank you.
Thanks, Claire. The next member of the planning team, Liz Carollo with Grow New York City, joined the summit team in 2018 and has been hosting the summit at Project Farmhouse and assisting with the planning ever since.
Thanks so much, Mike, and welcome everybody. Very excited to be here. I'm with Grow NYC. We're a 50-year-old nonprofit that operates throughout New York City's 5 boroughs with our green markets, food scrap collections, farm stands, fresh food boxes, community gardens, farm on Governor's Island. So all kinds of programming, whatever you're looking for. Grow NYC specifically participates in the Seafood Summit and is excited to do so because we're one of the few places in New York City where you can reliably purchase fresh seafood and shellfish. Everything's coming in from the mid-Atlantic waters, and we're very proud of that. So year-round at green markets across the city, there is fresh seafood. So we want everybody to know it's just as important as all the fruits and vegetables you're picking up at market, that the seafood is coming in locally also. So thanks again for having us, and happy to be here.
Thanks, Liz. I did see Steve jump on. So Steve, if you want to introduce yourself.
Oh, great. Thanks, Mike. Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Fertini. I'm a veterinarian and the owner and president of the Center for Aquatic Animal Research and Management, we lovingly know as CFARM. And we're really proud to welcome you back to the New York Seafood Summit in its new virtual week-long format. We really hope that the new format will engage and excite you to become more involved in the New York seafood scene and work with us to elevate New York seafood and all parts of the New York seafood industry. CFARM, well, we take a food systems approach to ensuring animal health and welfare, as well as the viability and success of your seafood businesses. So feel free to reach out to discuss any topic from the fish to the dish. We really hope you enjoy your time with us this week, and we really look forward to a bright and delicious future. And with that, I'll pass it on to whoever might be next.
Thanks, Steve. All right, lastly, I'd like to pass the screen to Emma Forbes. Emma is the newest member of the planning team and the new aquaculture specialist for New York Sea Grant.
Thanks, Mike. Hello, everyone. As Mike said, my name is Emma Forbes, and I am New York Sea Grant's new aquaculture specialist. I joined the Sea Grant team in September of 2020. I'm a born and raised New Yorker, but I've been away for the past 8 years, but I'm really, really excited to be back and working with all of you. My role with New York Sea Grant is to support the development of sustainable aquaculture throughout the state. So I'll be working with existing and emerging aquaculture ventures from the Great Lakes region down to Eastern Long Island. Since I'm new to the position, I've taken the last few months to acquaint myself with the industry and learn the ins and outs of what is going on in New York. I'm just beginning to develop my extension programming, and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you and with seafood in New York. Thank you.
Thanks again, Steve, Claire, Liz, Linda, and Emma for all your support and the time you've dedicated to planning this year's New York Seafood Summit. Before getting started, I'd like to review some ground rules for today's event. We have set this event up as a meeting, which allows participants to share video and audio so we can hopefully facilitate more engaging and interactive question and answer sessions. However, we do ask that you keep yourself muted when not speaking. If you have questions, please feel free to share them in the chat box at any time. The chat box can be found in the Zoom control panel as depicted on this slide, or you can raise your hand using the reactions button shown here. During the question and answer session, we will ask those who raise their hand to unmute and share their questions as we see them raised. Finally, we ask that all participants and presenters show respect to one another as we engage and learn throughout the week. Now to start off today's event, we have a special guest joining us. On behalf of New York Sea Grant and the Summit Planning Team, I would like to thank Assemblyman Steve Engelbright, Chair of the Committee of Environmental Conservation, for his support and for joining us to kick off today's Summit Talk. Thank you, Assemblyman Engelbright. The screen is yours.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate that. And it's a privilege to be here on behalf of the New York State Assembly. We're very aware of the importance of this industry and all of the people that are involved with it. And the Assembly has a pretty strong record of marine protections that help ensure successful and safe fisheries. Let me give you a couple of examples. In 2016, I sponsored and we passed the law to establish an ocean acidification task force charged with examining ways to help prevent and mitigate the impacts of ocean acidification, including identifying and monitoring the early effects of ocean acidification on marine life, animals, plants, natural communities, and especially immature shell making species that the acidification has really impacted. We're hoping to see the task force's interim report by December. A year and a half ago, we also passed the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act, the CLCPA. This is a nation-leading, expansive, and thorough protection of the environment intended to decrease greenhouse gas emissions and help prevent adverse impacts of climate change on our ocean ecosystems in the years to come. We've also taken action to mitigate marine pollution, restricting the distribution of disposable styrofoam of food service containers and loose fill packaging, as well as prohibiting retailers from distributing single-use disposable plastic bags. New York typically uses about 23 billion plastic bags over the course of a year, and many end up in our waterways, and many are also unfortunately consumed by marine life. The increase in the number of Menhaden, sometimes referred to as the food fish of the sea, has been a success story that demonstrates the merits of protecting a vulnerable keystone species. Vigilance is still required, but in 2019, we passed legislation that prohibits the use of purse seines, essentially nets that act like vacuum cleaners, mostly used by fishermen who come in from outside of our state to take Menhaden and reduce the viability of the entire coastal ecosystem. So we're very pleased that the purse seine law banning purse seining in the taking of Menhaden is now black letter law. And of course, commercial fishing and the marine and maritime industries are traditional and important components of New York's culture and economy. In 2011, commercial fishing industries landed more than 27 million pounds of finfish and shellfish worth $37.6 million and generated $5 billion in sales in local communities, contributing $1.8 billion to the gross state product and supporting 42,000 jobs. Additionally, aquaculture contributes approximately 13 million to the New York economy, of which about 11 million is from shellfish and 2 million is from finfish. We have, as I indicated a moment ago, a great deal of regard and respect for what each of you do every day as part of this very, very important industry. And so within that context, I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of the speaker, Carl Hastie, and my colleagues as the chair of the Committee on Environmental Conservation to say thank you for your good work, and I'm looking forward to learning some more about what you do as the summit progresses. Thanks again for inviting me.
Thank you again, Assemblyman Engelbright. We truly appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today. I will now hand the screen over to Linda to introduce today's speaker. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Mike. Warren Kremen is a fourth-generation fishmonger in the New York Fulton Fish Market. He graduated from George Washington University in 1992 with a bachelor's degree in international business. 28 years later, Warren is still a fishmonger in the Fulton Fish Market. He has been an executive with Blue Ribbon Fish Company since 2008. Blue Ribbon is a full-line, full-service seafood wholesaler and distributor in the Fulton Fish Market since 1930. Warren realized that once the fish market relocated from downtown Manhattan to the Bronx, the business model would need to be innovated to meet new market challenges. Distributing directly out of the market and adding value to the products sold to their customers has been a very important component in today's marketplace. I'd like to welcome you, Warren, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for having me. And I'm really happy to be here. This is actually my first seafood summit. So yes, my name is Warren Kremen, and I am a fishmonger in the Fulton Fish Market. 28 years ago, when I was working in the market at the time, and I met my wife, who was an Upper West Sider, and I was a country boy living upstate New York. And I met her at college, and I said, "Where are you from?" She said, "New York." I said, "I'm from New York." And she said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Rockland County." She said, "That's not New York," because she was an Upper West Sider and had the New York City attitude that was New York. But oddly enough, we got engaged, and my mother-in-law now, she wanted to list in the New York Times because I was marrying an Upper West Side girl. And she said, "Well, what do you do?" I said, "Well, I sell fish." She said, "No, but are you a distributor? Are you an importer, an exporter? We want to put it in the Times. What do you do?" And I said, "Well, Mom, I sell fish. I'm a fishmonger. This is what I do." And I guess in a sense she was right. Although I don't want to admit that to her, but she was right, because 28 years later, it's not just about selling fish. It really is gotten so complex in terms of everything. It's not even so much about the fish as it is about problem solving and approaching all the challenges that the market has. It's about relationships, and being in the fish market, it is an extremely interesting juxtaposition. Who are our clients? Who are our clients? So we're dealing with all of the commercial fishermen every day, and speaking with commercial fishermen in New York, I've learned that it becomes almost a talent or a skill, how you break to a fisherman, that the porgies are 25 cents today. It's always easy to be the first one to run in and say, "Yeah, we're paying $2 in porgies, get whatever you can." But when they're 25 cents or 30 cents because of market fluctuations, it always really runs back to your relationship with your boats. But let's back up a little bit and let's give some background information about the Fulton Fish Market. So Michael, if you want to start with me here, we'll start running some video, because you don't need to look at me. The Fulton Fish Market was established in the late 1800s. It was an outdoor display market at the time. It was an amazing amount of energy and organized chaos, and seafood from all over the country was sent to the market back then. But back then it was also a predominantly local market. Boats from the Carolinas, the mid-Atlantic, all the way up through Canada. But most of our product was coming locally from New York and New Jersey and New England. But now the Fulton Fish Market has since evolved to an indoor facility. I work with Blue Ribbon Fish Company. We were established back in the 1930s. I am a sales manager there. I work on the market floor from about midnight, 1 a.m. until around 7 in the morning. And that's really a living and breathing market. Hundreds of different items. We have 20 some odd other wholesalers that are in our market. It's a 400,000 square foot facility. It's refrigerated, of an ambient temperature of somewhere between 40 and 45 degrees. And we are servicing basically in the market a walk-in trade. to the market itself. What does that mean? So we're servicing wholesalers, retailers, supermarkets, restaurants, purveyors. And as of late, we're seeing a huge amount of what we call carriage trade or walk-in trade, where the local community in the Bronx or New York City or Connecticut, tri-state, they will come into the market and buy fish for the day, or maybe they'll buy fish for the week, or they come in with the family and make an event out of it, and they want to come and buy, so many pounds of squid or porgies, and they want to split it up between everybody. But it's been an amazing thing now where this fish market has really given access to everybody for the freshest and best seafood in centrally located in the United States. I think Tsukiji Market in Japan is the largest fresh fish market. I believe we are still the second largest fresh fish market in the world. And some of the video is interesting. You can see it's an indoor facility, a lot of customers mulling about. A lot of us are kind of working and putting up orders. The interesting thing is that where we used to be outdoors up until 2005, we were subject to the environment. It was cold, it was hot, it was freezing. Here we have a more stable environment, which ultimately has led to a lot more stability in the market. If we knew a freeze was coming and you didn't want the product to freeze and then thaw, you would have to kind of drop price to sell it faster. Where being in an ambient temperature environment with really just a smooth surface, it's not anything that's so ingenious, but just something simple as that has led to really a lot more stability in pricing, and has allowed us to be HACCP certified and being able to get certification and inspections that have allowed us to approach business that we couldn't do when we were outdoors in the element. Things like hotel groups or anything that needs a third-party audit. Now we're actually able to get those kind of inspections and approach that kind of business. Let's see. The trending in the market. The reality is the market is comprised of both aquaculture, farm fish, and wild fish. I think what makes Fulton Fish Market really so special really is the locally caught wild fish. The fishermen will go out and basically risk their lives every day. I'm sure people have seen on TV some of the fishing shows. The distances they go, the weather they go, the conditions they're in, they are a very special breed. And when they come in with their catch, and I've been there to meet them, when you see the boat come up over the horizon and break these inlets and battle just to get back into port, and then they entrust you with their shipment of fish, that you're going to do the best job you possibly can to market that fish to get them the highest return. So the market in these items really are consignment. We have a sense of what the market value of a porgy or a piece of fluke or what squid might be, but knowing which boats are working, how many boats are working, who's coming in, when they're coming in, all has an effect in the marketplace. It's essentially like a commodities market, like you would see in the Chicago Mercantile or what it used to be, except we're physically expediting delivery of that contract right at that moment. But again, it all comes down to relationship. Who are our clients? Is it the boats? Because without the boats, we don't have the customers. Without the boats that are out there fishing, giving us the fish every day, we don't have the product to supply the customers. However, there's been a lot more emphasis in meeting customer needs. And if we don't have the customers, how can we service the boats and give them the returns that they need, and try to put programs in place that create more stability and higher returns? Because we can be dealing with these boats for a long time, but for a nickel or a dime, it means that was the cost of fuel for that trip. That means everything for these boats. So it's really important that we find that equilibrium. The market is really a true Adam Smith model of pure competition. Blue Ribbon is right next to Crown Fish, which is right next to Lockwood, which is not too far from Emerald Seafood. And the fishing vessel, Caitlin Murray, may come in with its shipment of porgies, and they're going to give me 50 cartons and the other company 50 cartons and the other company 50 cartons. I may think on that day these porgies are worth $1.75 to open, and somebody else may think they're $1.50, and somebody may think they're $2. But it's incredible how at some point between midnight and 5 a.m., that equilibrium is reached where the demand actually meets the supply and the fish starts moving. We can sell the fish, give everybody really, really nice product for the day, return to the boat. They get their returns typically within a day or two, and we do it again the next day. The marketplace has gotten incredibly global. So we are on the phones producing product that's local every day, but we do in the market product from all over the world. I remember when I first went to the fish market as a kid, and my grandfather would have to stay till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we had to call boat by boat and give them all their prices and returns. Now it's amazing. You can literally just text your boat in Long Island, then you call your tuna shipper. Tuna shipper could be in Carolina, could be in Honolulu, could be in South Africa. And all of the boats all seem to know what tuna was worth for that day or what squid was worth for that day. You know, the communications, the ability to have a sense of what the marketplace is. So what do we do with this market? What now? We've had some incredible challenges. The world had to stop and take a pause for a moment. And I think an incredible thing for our market is I think a lot of our customers found their way back into the kitchen. I think a lot of our customers found a way to say, you know what, I am going to try to cook a piece of fish. Now, I think everybody's pretty familiar with certainly all the other kinds of foods and all the other kind of proteins. I happen to have a theory about fish as a protein. What you say, Mike? What is my theory? Well, I'm going to tell you what my theory is. It's an emotional protein. It's very interesting as we deal with these restaurants and with the chefs, and no disrespect to meat and poultry or to the produce sector. But when those deliveries come in, the chef will not stop what they are doing to necessarily inspect that shipment, or they may say, put it over there, or just open a box or take the count. The meat today all comes cryovac and it's, you know, already portioned. And meat, not to simplify it, but how many different animals are there in meat? You know, how many different species of fish are we all eating? The chef, actually, it's an emotional experience. When the fish comes in, they have to look at the eyes, they open and look the gills, they smell it, they touch it, they feel it. They actually connect with that delivery. There's something emotional about it. Well, in the morning when I'm there picking the fish, when I say, you know what, this chef would really love this, I know he's going to dig this. And then when he calls me and says, yeah, man, that was spot on. Or you get those days where he's like, what were you, blind? What do you think? You know, the fish delivery is such an emotional delivery that you need to be in touch with that. You need to really be able to make sure that's successful so that the fish part of their delivery or fish part of their day doesn't become a dramatic part. It can become emotional, but you don't want it to become dramatic. And let's take that one step further. When consumers go to the fish counter to buy fish, or back it up. If we go to the store, we want to buy a couple of ribeyes, we're going to get a couple of steaks, we're going to go get hot dogs, we're going to get some ground meat. When you go to the fish counter, it's very odd. You don't necessarily have a predetermined thought that you say, well, I'm going to get salmon today, I hope it's good. Or you go to the fish counter and most of the time somebody says, anybody want to tell me? Anyone? Exactly. What's fresh today? What's good today? And most of the time the consumer creates a connection with their fish seller, with the person behind the counter. And sometimes if that person's not there, they won't buy fish. because there is that stigma that fish is a little more delicate, or it's so perishable, or it can go so quickly. But the consumer basically wants to be guided by the person behind the counter. So education and information and really understanding product today has become so important to make consumers feel that they can connect with the product. And in today's world, what I try to tell my sales staff is we want to basically take our clients and improve their relationship with the ocean. We want to bring them closer to what the ocean is. There's, dock to dish, and we talk about all these different things for sure. But the Fulton Fish Market is really the only place that you can go, and the closest integrating point to get to the where the production is, where you can buy fish from all different segments, all different points of production, and really have it pretty much directly off the boats. But it's really up to us to educate our consumer and make our consumer feel better about or safer about the fish that they're buying. And the one thing I think the COVID has done in terms of opportunity is, it's unfortunate, and our restaurants really do need a lot of support, and we're really looking forward to building that business back, and they need help. But from the retailer standpoint, they have had an opportunity to see a resurgence in sales and a resurgence in creating these relationships and building these relationships. Sometimes I argue with my partners, and my partner says, you can't get that personal about business. It's, how do you take it personal? Everything that we do in this business really is personal. It really is about relationships. And listening to some of the chefs on the summit this week, I even feel more strongly about that, because I think as we've had these challenges with COVID, and as we've had these challenges of what is our business going to look like, the one thing that has been dependable, and one thing that we could count on, was our relationship to get us through, and to hopefully find new ways and identify new opportunities for growth. The other major trend I think we're seeing in the market, obviously, is sustainability. And what's more sustainable today than our locally caught product? I don't think the average consumer even understands how much of an effort has been made in conservation and accountability, in reporting. Organic. How do you want to say that a porgy is not organic, or a wild striped bass is not organic, or oysters caught out of the bay are not organic? They certainly are, because they're wild. But the effort made to over the years in terms of conservation and sustainability is to be commendable, but it needs to be put out there, I think, and for people to understand there's nothing more sustainable than New York State seafood. I'll even go one step further. There's huge arguments and disagreements in the Mid-Atlantic seafood councils. New York State has always had the most conscionable size quota and size limits. Our fluke is bigger, our trout is bigger, our porgies are bigger, our sea bass is bigger. But what does that mean? That means we catch less fish because we're letting the fish have an extra spawn cycle or different spawn cycles. But that means historically that we are putting or showing less volume in catch numbers. So what happens now? Now we have every year where they want to determine allocation of the entire quota for the Mid-Atlantic, but New York gets shorted because we were the ones who caught less fish because we let the fish grow, or we let the fish have an extra spawn cycle. So that's something that needs to be understood and maybe put out there to our consumers as well, that they've got to support New York, because we're the ones who are doing it right. And we're the ones who have always done it right. And as we do this, it's going to tie our consumers closer to the ocean and understand that sustainability issue. So what's in store for our future? What does our industry look like? People are working from home. We're not having business lunches like we had in the city or in the restaurants. Our client from Duluth may not come to New York to visit us so we could have a meal and sit down and do a face-to-face. We do what we're doing now. We're on the computer, and there's an element of where's that hug? How are you? Or that handshake? And so how do we approach these markets? I think that's a challenge that we've seen locally. We saw yesterday, Peter Haskell had a great approach to, reaching consumers direct and food banks and things of the like. But I think we're going to see a trend where there's certainly pent-up demand that people want to go out, but it's going to be different. Times are going to be different. And we need to find a way to add value to the product for our clients, for our fishermen, and for our consumers. We're in the middle here. So how do we go ahead and how are we going to provide that opportunity in the marketplace? Well, obviously there's home delivery, there's e-commerce, there's going to be opportunities for possibly maybe even like a QVC where we can go and show people that we want to be able to give them the freshest fish possible. I'm working with some pretty smart, talented people, and we think we might have a way of really innovating and changing the marketplace a little bit. So stay tuned for that. We'll see how that develops. But I think as a whole, we've got to look and identify these opportunities, and we've got to embrace them. It's like making lemonade, I guess. This is a really hard time, but there's gonna be a way to possibly bring our consumer closer to understanding what it is to cook a fish themselves, or to clean a fish themselves, or how to possibly clean a fish themselves. That it's exciting. It's been interesting, but we're looking forward to hopefully coming out of this and somehow being a little bit stronger so that we have a little bit more diversity. We can supply restaurants, we can supply supermarkets, the consumer can come to us direct. But more and more, obviously, people are eating more seafood. People are finding that it's more healthy, and we have to really bring that to everybody the right way, in a positive way, and work together to do it. Let's see what else we've got to do here. The other thing that's been interesting is how we make ourselves stand out. What makes a wholesaler where there's a building of 20 other wholesalers different today than we were yesterday? And again, it really comes down to building relationships. Every day has its challenges because somebody may come in with a shopping list with 6 items, and we're still given our bounties of catch based on what the weather and the oceans and Poseidon allows us to bring home. So every day is certainly different, and you try to make your customer happy every day, but there are days that you don't. But what makes us stand out different from the competitor? I think integrity. I think knowing that when a customer says, I want, a #1 grade tuna, or I want a jumbo porgy, or I need large squid, that's what they're going to get. That the quality they expect is what they're going to get. That when they buy a 70-pound carton, it's going to be 70 pounds or 71 pounds. You're really only as good as your last sale. You're only as good as your last delivery. So that is what we try to focus on, to try to make ourselves do it a little better than others. We've been very fortunate to have a really, really nice client base. We've also been really fortunate being able to pay our bills really, really quickly. And I think that allows us an opportunity to produce the best fish, what we call the top of the trip, and offer that out to our customers who prefer to have that kind of quality. And that's what we're known for. We are niched for a small quality boutique sense of what we do on a huge volume. A friend of mine who owns another company has a saying, and I'll just, which I really can appreciate. He says, we're big enough to get fish from everywhere, and we're small enough to be able to touch every piece of it. And that's actually Down East Seafood, who's a competitor / customer of ours as well. But that's their motto, and that's what makes them special and makes them different. So everybody's got to find their way, and it has a lot of personality. The market, my company is different from Emerald, which is different from Crown, which is different from Lockwood. They have a different form to it, and they have a different reputation. They're all good reputations, but we're all kind of known for something else. And I guess that's what makes us different and what makes us stand out each and every day. That's about really the crux of it. I'm probably right on am I right on my time there? How am I doing? Does anybody have any questions we want to maybe approach? Michael?
Sure. Yeah, we had some questions come in the chat box. Let me go back.
Where would I see them, or you send those to me?
I can read them for you. So here, first one is, how has globalization impacted the market for local fish?
That's a good one. So when we say local, let's say, are we going to talk New York State local, or are we talking local East Coast?
Let's say New York State.
Okay, here's a really good one. Our local porgy is such a terrific eating fish. It's really comparable to what we call orata or dorade, which comes from Greece. Obviously, there's substantial expense in just flying, a couple of dollars a pound just to fly the fish over. So if there is a influx of, let's say, dorade, in that case, it would cause our local porgies to get a little cheaper. The codfish market, for example, the imported cod right now really comes from Iceland predominantly. So if there is a Northeast out of New England, those cod prices, if there's an influx of cod from Iceland, it'll drive prices down on the codfish. Tuna, for example. Right now, there's not a whole lot of imported tuna going on. So tunas that we're getting out of Carolina, per se, are worth a lot more. In the summer, when we have the tunas getting packed in New Jersey, Connecticut, and New York, they certainly are competing, right along with imports from all over the world, because these tunas swim, typically right through the Gulf Stream, and they circulate around the world. So they're competing pretty much day to day, as well as the demand side of it. So if there is a need for squid or elex, what we call elex squid, which is not so much an edible squid, but a bait squid. If there's a huge demand, let's say in Europe, for some of the boats that need to have bait to go fishing, it will drive the price up for product right here in the United States for our local fishermen that may need to use it for baiting, for what their fishing services are.
Good, thank you. So we had another question in, came from Linda. So what is the future of blockchain in the seafood industry?
Of blockchain. What is blockchain? I'm not familiar with the term.
So it's a way of ensuring traceability. Linda, do you want to share more about that?
I apologize. There's some construction going on next door, so you're going to hear some noise. Well, the blockchain is really just traceability and ensuring that the fish is caught, where it says it's caught and it's handled properly. The blockchain also enables the consumer to click on a Q code and see all the details about where the fish was caught, who the fishermen were, and so on. I have heard that I think it's important, particularly because we've heard that there's so much mislabeling in the fish industry, in the seafood industry. Some people say up to 70% of species are mislabeled. So I'm wondering what, if you have an opinion on
I can
that.
speak to that. So oddly enough, especially when we talk about New York State, really, really difficult for mislabeling. I think a lot of the mislabeling occurs in certain species like red snapper, and possibly some of the groundfish. So the retailer has to identify the product origin, right? So that's from the retailer. Now back to the wholesaler. We are regulated by both National Marine Fisheries Service, which is federal, and New York State DEC, which is the conservation. So when a boat comes in to port, they obviously have to call their VTR number into the National Marine Fisheries Service. And if that boat has, let's say, 30,000 porgies, the porgies get shipped to 3 different houses in the Fulton Fish Market. Each house then has to report their landing to the National Marine Fisheries Service and New York State DEC. So the 30,000 pounds has to equal the 30,000 pounds, or you're going to get a visit from a fisheries officer that's going to basically ask that question as to, why isn't this matching up? So that's the first really important thing. All the locally caught fish is pretty much traceable to the pound. And then if we go back to the boat not only has to fill out a VTR, but now the boats are all tracked on GPS systems and they're watched on the lines. If they go over the line, they're going to get, inspected by the Coast Guard, or the DEC is going to be waiting for them when they come back, not only for where they were fishing, but how much fish that they put down, and they're inspected all the time. The things like obviously wild striped bass, because you're a Bay girl, and I'm sure you know this. Every single piece of striped bass that is caught commercially has a tag in it, because every fisherman is given a tag, so a certain amount of tags and an allocation, and that's how that supply is maintained for the season.
I guess, Warren, I'm really asking more about the global supply chain, because the fish is changing hands many times, right? And the blockchain would ensure that it's kept at the right temperature. And I know that we have the best regulations,
right?
But it's really global sources.
There are things like a HACCP program, right? We all have a HACCP inspection program where we have different critical points that we have to monitor and document each step of the way. So that's one way. And most importantly, buy your fish from someone like us that goes through the time and effort to follow the rules and be integral about it. If you're dealing with the right people, you're going to get the right kind of product. If you're not dealing with the right kind of, and we always tell people, we're not the cheapest on the block, because we're not. But what we give you is what you expect to get. And I think that's what's really important too. You've got to buy from the right people and support the right people that go through the effort to do the job the right way. Globally, obviously there are things when you're importing product from other countries that the FDA does have in place with reporting and receiving and being cleared, all of that. And in terms of the companies globally, every year they have to document, and they have to basically declare that their products are following their HACCP plan and their HACCP standards. And they have to send, every company that I buy from that's outside the country, I have to keep a copy of their HACCP plan in my place to supply to the FDA.
Great. Thanks, Warren.
You're welcome.
We did have a comment come in from Stephanie about the unequal allocations and how that's been driving commercial fishermen crazy. And there's been talk for over 20 years about changing that. So thank you for sharing, Stephanie. Another question that came in is there an opportunity to have Long Island fishermen delivered to the docks at Hunts Point Fulton Fish Market?
They do every day. They utilize, obviously, trucks. It wouldn't be efficient for them necessarily to unload their stuff and then drive it in themselves, but they do. The fish comes in out of Long Island docks every single day. They load onto either JH Transfer or some other local trucks, and they ship it. That's the other part that we have to put out there with New York. And Linda, you could definitely appreciate this. if the boat was out and fishing right now, it is 5 to 4. The boat comes in and packs out at 5:30, 6 o'clock. That fish comes into market at 9 o'clock at night. We get it into the retail market by 6:30, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And when you're having dinner tomorrow at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, we're talking about product that's out of the water less than 24 hours. I mean, you can't beat that, both in as a matter of taste and as a matter of how that feels.
Thanks, Warren.
You're welcome.
So next question, if you could wave a magic wand, so to speak, what would you like to see support New York seafood industry in the coming decade?
I think we need not just state money, but we need federal help. Again, we've done it better than anybody, I think, along the coast has. I am sure there are culinary hubs all around the country, none like New York City, none, I'm sorry. The fish that we get in New York City in our restaurants is better than anywhere. And our restaurant industry has been crippled. So if I could wave a wand, I would somehow fund these guys up, whether it's in tax incentive, tax break, real estate incentive, buying local, show that you use so much local product. We're going to give you an extra New York State tax incentive. We've got to get these guys jump started, because we're not only talking about the restaurants, we're talking about the linen companies. We're talking about the companies that sell the bearing that goes on the hub of the truck that delivers the linen to the company, to the restaurant. So it's not even about our restaurants and our restaurant workers. I mean, and not to mention, New York City and New York just needs that boost. That's my wand. That's what I wish specifically. New York State, luckily enough, we've been at 50% capacity. We can go out to eat in a restaurant if we choose to sit inside, or we can sit outside or whatnot. But the city itself is in dire need of help. That would be my wand and my wish. Not to mention, I hope everybody stays healthy, but that's just the Jewish mother in me.
Thanks, Warren.
You're welcome.
All right, so we got 2 more questions in the chat. We'll try to get to them both. So the next one is, do you think it would help New York seafood producers to build smaller public fish markets at distribution and processing hubs across the state?
Can't hurt. Get more seafood out to more people. It certainly wouldn't hurt. Creates more competition maybe, and might drive prices up a little bit. But that would be good for the boats.
Yep. Okay, great, thanks. And last one, let's see. In your opinion, do you anticipate prices to be affected by a raise in federal minimum wage? A lot of people I buy from blame prices on minimum wage.
So you're talking about at the retail level and the restaurant level? I would say yes, they don't have a choice.
Yep.
How else are you going to cover expenses?
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Warren. We do truly appreciate you being here today and sharing with us. Let's see, I'm gonna put up our last slide deck and we'll get you guys out. But all right. Thank you again, Warren. Thank you, Linda, for the introductions. We do hope to see you guys again. We do have another event tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the last of our summit activities. It'll be a panel discussion with some other industry representatives looking closer at resilience and the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll also have some updates from the seafood regulations from our National Sea Grant Law Center, as well as look at overview of federal collaboratives and initiatives from the National Sea Grant Program. Before you guys head out, if you could take the survey that's going to be placed in the chat box now. And then you can also look in that chat box for the link to the summit webpage, where you can find more information on our panelists for tomorrow, as well as registration if you're not already registered. So thank you again, Warren. Thank you, Linda. And thank you everybody who joined us today.
Thank you, Assemblyman Engelbright, too. Bye.
Yes.
Bye, Warren. Bye, Mike. Bye, everyone.
Bye.